Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on today's live launch of the Shenzhou 12. We just experienced a huge problem. My streaming software just turned off. So in the meantime, we are just going to use this one until I figure out what the issue is. But yeah, we're hoping to get that solved. Okay, here we go. I'm going to skip this ad. Okay. T-minus 15 minutes or 14 minutes away from launch. So, yeah, if you're just joining us, thank you.
I come from a state company. Yeah, I am a satellite maker. I launched one of my satellite with a private company. We provide the launch services. Oh, okay. All the ground staff.
Okay, so just to kind of tell you what's going on here. Right over here, we've got the crew. That's our countdown timer, and already we are experiencing technical difficulties. So I can solve that. Then over here, we got the mission control, and there's the actual rocket over there, although for some reason it's not working. That's okay, guys. Yeah. Right. There we go. So, yes, there's the
retreat to safe zone, at least 1.5 kilometers away from the launch pad.
Yes.
Well, last time in Wenchang, when they're trying to launch this core module, we see a lot of this ordinary people who comes to the beach to watch this the launching event. What about this time? Can the ordinary people come to Zhouzhen to watch?
Yes. I've seen some posts on the social media in China. Some of the private companies organize tourists.
Oh, the
to watch
tour.
Yeah.
But you can speculate from a distance away, about a few kilometers.
Yeah.
You have mentioned the commercial or the private companies. It is very interesting that all the orbital launches attempt also performed in this Zhouzhen Satellite Launch Center. Two of them
hassle.
Their orbital launches successfully.
This isn't hard.
So we now have private companies which can provide these orbital launch services.
So yeah, I'm just gonna pull up our banner here.
And talk about China's the private space market, and I also realized it was not just for the rocket, but also for satellites. Satellites is the big part of the market, right?
Yeah. There are more companies engaged in making satellites. You know, that's for launch services. It's very complex. Not only you should have the ability to making the launch vehicles, but also there are many security issues. For instance, we discussed about the falling area of the substages. We must dealing with these kind of issues. So this is more complex, and for the satellites, it's relatively easier. Especially, you know that many universities in China has already have their own satellites. Some are even for the educational purposes. Even it's very interesting that there is some science outreach, science population satellites made by high school students. So this is also very interesting.
And will there be joint flights? Since you mentioned the commercial use of space flight, will there be joint flights of Chinese and foreign astronauts in the near future?
It is quite possible. During the announcement yesterday, the China National Space Agency, Mr. Qi Xing, has mentioned the foreign astronauts are trained in China. Several people, I can still remember that Ms. Samantha Christoph Ferretti were trained in Qingdao in the rescue training. And our astronaut Ye Guangfu also were trained in Europe in the cave training. So we have collaborations, and in the future, I believe that sooner or later we can see the foreign astronauts taking the Shenzhou spaceship to our station.
That was the big countdown clock.
And we have lots connecting, right?
Who also were trained in Europe in the cave training. So we have corporations in the future. I believe that sooner or later we can see the foreign astronauts taking the Shenzhou spaceship to our station.
That was the big countdown clock, huh?
And relax.
Who also were trained in Europe.
So we're gonna go back here. Let's try it again. Sorry about how bad the Wi-Fi is. We're currently experiencing technical difficulties. At this point, I think we're just gonna use.
So I just want to translate this to our viewers. There you see the monitoring screen. The temperature is 23.6 degrees Celsius. The wind direction is 2.2 meters per second. And there's also the visibility and humidity monitoring status there.
Okay.
The has announced the accurate launch time because the launch time is determined by the orbit of our Tian module.
And it's down to seconds, right? The launch time, the exact launch time is 9:22:27 seconds.
Skies clear today.
A good day
Maybe
for
a good
launch.
day for launch.
And just show on the big screen in the control center that the wind speed is for launch.
Okay.
And also the air.
I'm gonna mute them. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Shenzhou 2F. I had like so many like graphics set up for today. I've been working hard on it, and then we just lost all of it. Yeah, but yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the actual rocket. I'm pretty sure that the first stage and the boosters, or the boosters at least, are solid fuel. I think the main stage is either solid fuel or liquid fuel. The second stage is liquid fuel. On the top, you can see the launch and abort system. That's obviously solid fuel. And you can see the crew capsule. And there are the astronauts inside. Okay. But yeah, there is a rocket next to its launch tower. What the Chinese do that's really awesome is, like, literally up until like 40 minutes before the launch, they had these like doors over here closed, and so you couldn't see the rocket. And then at T-minus 40 minutes, they just opened it, and now you can see. Awesome. And I wish you guys the best in today's launch. Yeah. So so let's listen in. 7 minutes in, we lost it.
There should be a safety plan.
Okay. Sorry about this. We are. There we go. We're back.
Accurate launch time.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. We are experiencing some big technical difficulties. We are currently trying to work it out. Whatever it is, I'm gonna try refreshing the page. Okay, here we go. We're back. Let me share my screen. Okay, and share full screen. And then let's unmute them.
Escape power happened about 2 minutes after launch.
We will see that in just a few moments. We're getting really close.
Thank you guys for joining us. Sorry about the pretty bad internet, but we're getting ready to see the launch of the Long March 2F. It's carrying 3 astronauts to their new space station. And yeah, it's so exciting. Can't wait. I just wish China the best of luck.
Little more than 5 minutes to go to our final liftoff.
5 minutes. What's close if
Little more than 5 minutes to go to our final liftoff. Great.
Yeah. If
No,
In fact, we monitor this all the time.
that's right.
Okay, we're just gonna stop here since our Wi-Fi is not being nice to us. Just tried to switch to my other Wi-Fi. Oh, there we go. That's so much better, actually. Oh, wow, that's perfect.
They're really
Even
calm.
during any emergencies,
That's right.
life-threatening emergencies, they're
See,
trained
they
for
were
that.
still very relaxed in their postures.
Yeah.
And now they're getting you ready for the launching position. So they have folded their legs to their appropriate position. So
Even
5
buckling
minutes
up,
before
making
they were
sure they're
still,
ready.
like
T-minus
relaxing.
4 minutes.
Checking their seatbelts,
So
checking
that
their knee guards.
they're gonna put down everything and ready for the launch in 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. Long March 2F is getting ready for launch.
That's the live image from the control center of the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center. There you see Vice Premier Han Zheng watching this launch among the audience. This is like picture coming from the Beijing Aerospace City. Vice Premier Han Zheng among other senior leaders and officials. There you see Central Military Vice Chairman of the Central Military Chief there. That was Zhang Youxia, you just saw there. So these are top level officials.
Okay, if you're just joining us, we're getting ready to see the launch of the Long March 2F.
About how important.
It's supposed to launch at exactly 9:22 and 27 seconds. So we're getting ready for that. Obviously, it's going to be delayed since we're watching the live stream. So, yeah.
The other
Those are
vice
the
chairman of
officials. This is a very big launch. It's the first launch of their new space station. And it's just very exciting. There's everybody waiting. Officials.
So we've got two groups of high-level
Let's go back here.
leaders watching this launch from Beijing and also at Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center. All right, 3 minutes to go till launch. And it's interesting, it's usually quiet at launch control around this time as we're getting close to time zero. Not much comm going on there except for a few simple commands and the final countdown. And that's because the final status checks by now has all been completed. And that's a good sign. You don't want to hear too much noises around this time.
Yeah, they have a set of code of
Yeah,
conduct
definitely.
already undergoing.
That means that they're going to board it,
So
and I
everything,
just stayed up like
being quiet. If anyone raises a voice, that means there's an anomaly.
I believe at this moment the electrical supply has already transferred from ground to the interior batteries.
T-minus 2 minutes.
2 minutes to go. A nerve-wracking moment. I mean, for the flight crew, for the whole launch team, and for all of us who are watching. As much as this is a moment for excitement, it's also a moment for anxiety, isn't it?
And also the launching schedule is really tight for the China Space Station program.
Okay, so by the way, it's going to launch in exactly 1 minute, although we're not going to see it for another 2 minutes. So I'll let you know the exact time that it has launched at, which is now under a minute away, and then we'll hear their reactions about a minute later and watch the actual thing about a minute later.
That's when we launch into space.
Right.
And right now, for the astronauts who are waiting there for launch, there's really not much they can do for this period of time. They're strapped in, things are out of their hands. They're relying on their team to get them out there safely. There you see the crew of Shenzhou 12 mission in the middle, Nie Haisheng, the flight commander, and alongside with him are the flight engineers, Liu Guoming and Tao Bo.
Yes.
All right, 20 seconds till it really
And that's
launches
the
to a
call out
minute.
to minus 60 seconds. An incredible moment to witness.
You
Truly
see the
majestic view.
astronauts are ready, in their ready position.
Yeah, they're ready.
Yeah, and soon we're going to see the umbilicals being detached. That's going to happen from
Okay,
moments now.
so it should have launched.
They are
now.
The retractable
And then we'll see it in
arm
a couple
has been rolled
seconds.
back.
So it just launched, but we're going to see it in just a couple seconds. There are the umbilicals going out.
And,
Yeah. Means that it's
30
ready to launch.
seconds till launch.
Disconnected.
The first crew Route mission destined for Tiangong China Space Station on board the Shenzhou 12 spacecraft. less than 20 seconds to go.
And the Shenzhou 12 will be Niehai's third
10
space
seconds.
shuttle.
That's right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Here it goes.
And liftoff. Just spectacular. The launch of Shenzhou 12 spacecraft heading to the Chinese space station. The divine vessel shipping away from its spaceport.
Yeah, Shenzhou means
Its
divine vessel.
destination, the Heavenly Palace. 3
Divine
astronauts on
Vessel
board the
12.
Shenzhou 12 spacecraft will be ferried to the core module of China Space Station. Of course, you're hearing the voices from the launch team providing tracking status, saying things are going good. That's the sound we'd like to hear. We have different ground tracking stations.
Okay, it's pitch over. Change its direction of flight.
And
Wow,
that's
this
the
is-
view of the side boosters. You're looking down at the tail of the rocket.
This is the camera on the second stage.
Major event coming up is the separation of the escape tower, right? That's going to happen about 2 minutes into the flight.
Alright, we're
the sky
approaching,
chains are really clear
Max
here, so we have
Q.
a Beautiful view.
Clear
of the-
visual.
Yeah, we can have the clear visual of the rockets coming from
And
launching off into the sky. And
right, the astronauts, they look fine to me. They look okay.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, the rocket has 4 side boosters. Those are the 2 out of the 4 you're watching there.
so is that supposed to be the period that the astronauts feel very uncomfortable?
Yes, that's
Speeding
the
up.
very
It's
very
speeding up.
beginning period.
They were already experiencing the G load.
Right.
When we'll see peak G load?
The separation before the first stage.
Okay,
Sorry.
so we're not there
coming
yet.
yet.
G
As
forces are
the
increasing.
first thing will be the separation of the strap-on boosters.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
the
oh,
first one will be
the
setting of
escape
the
tower.
emergency escape
Oh, there
If
tower.
everything
goes.
goes right, we're going to see the
Several
escape tower
seconds.
jettison
We
in a
won't be
few
able to
moments.
see it on the camera because this camera was looking down to the strap-on boosters.
Oh, that's the
That's the
3D
simulation.
animation. That animation is based on
Yeah, that's the
real-time
escape
telemetry.
tower.
Okay, that's the separation of the escape tower that we just saw there. And you heard the call out.
And then
That's the infrared
150
image.
seconds will be the separation of the 4 boosters.
Great infrared image showing you a successful separation of the escape tower. Really indicating the low-level flight, the initial stage of the flight went well.
Okay, we just
infrared camera. So this is the
Again, the side
So
boosters.
coming up next is
Booster
the
separation
supposed to separate. Yep.
and first stage.
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
there you see.
there goes booster
Booster
separation.
separation.
For each side booster, separated from the port stage.
And the first stage rocket separation. You see the 5 bright dots? Those
Yeah,
are the
right.
4 side boosters and the 1
Also, the
stage
4th
1
stage.
rocket.
The first stage is also
4
already
stage
separated.
rocket.
So now the astronauts will be feeling really comfortable. They're making some movement. You can see.
Oh, they're waving to the camera. I'm
And the
telling the
next
team they're okay.
operation will be just the jettisoning of the payload batteries.
I think that's the image of the stage 2 rocket engine.
Exactly.
Yep, that's
Camera
the-
mounted on towards the back root.
Right. Coming up next is the shutdown of the stage 2 rocket engine.
There is only one main engine for the
Only one main engine,
Okay,
and the
that's
4
the view
warning engines.
of the
One main
spacecraft,
engine
right?
and
That's
4
the.
warning engines. Warning engines is to taking control the
All right. That's
Oh,
the
fairing
reason of the
separation.
fairing. That's the solar panel you're seeing. Which module is that? Is that the orbital module, service module? Service module. Is
It
that?
is
Service
separation
module.
of the payload batteries.
The fairing covers the service module as well as the capsule.
The camera, as you mentioned, is mounted on the the propulsion module.
There you can see the Earth.
Okay, so just to recap what just happened, we just saw the launch of the what is this happening? Of the Long March 2F carrying the Shenzhou 12 spacecraft into orbit. We just had booster separation and main and stage 1 separation, and we're approaching stage 2 separation. So let's go back to listening. And there you can see them staring out the window now that fairings have separated a couple seconds ago.
Need like 10 minutes.
Yes, 580 seconds. And the next critical step will be the shutdown of the main engine. And then it will work on the 4 vernier engines. Vernier engine can rotate in different directions to control the attitude. And finally, and can adjust the orbit to be accurate enough.
So this engine you're seeing from the screen is very important because it has to have a surgical precision of when to shut down, to eject that spacecraft into the precise altitude and position to catch up with the station.
And what's it like to endure so many G-forces? I guess we are going to hit the time when the crew will feel maximum G-forces before the second stage rocket shut down.
They've already passed the most inconvenient period.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, already, because the thrust of the second stage is not very large. Only one main engine. Just before the separation.
And we really didn't notice much difference from their facial expression, from their body gesture. I guess they've been trained to endure such pressure.
You can see from the left screen, that's shows the data link between the ground station and the vehicle.
And that animation is based on real-time telemetry. It's not a pre-made video. It's really showing you what's going on in real time.
So once we reach second engine cutoff, we are going to end this.
Dark because it's already in outer space. It's black, pitch black.
The bright part is the Earth, is the horizon of the Earth. Very bright.
Numerous cameras on this vehicle, and they have light on it to illuminate the rocket so that everything shows up on camera, and engineers can take a look at them, just in case of a problem or anything.
Because it's already in almost a vacuum condition, so the vibration is not so intensive than the initial stage.
So this engine, the second stage engine has been designed for just one main engine and 4 extra engines. This kind of design was specially designed for the precise orbit entering.
It comes from the original design of the Long March 2 rocket. So we saved a lot of money by using the same engine on the first and the second stage. Just a different configuration with vacuum condition. But still we need the 4 vernier engines. Vernier engine is much smaller than the main engine, but with these engines we can have a accurate chance of the orbit.
It's almost 9:30 a.m. We are almost about 8 minutes into the flight.
9:30 p.m.
Keep in mind that this is China's first crewed mission since 2016, nearly 5 years ago. It's also China's 7th crewed spaceflight overall in the past 18 years. Ground tracking staff are saying everything is normal, is going nominal. We just saw some bright orange flame there.
The main engine is shut down.
Now it's been shut down.
Okay, we got main engine.
Another critical step being completed.
So now those astronauts
Now they're floating.
Oh, they're
Now
floating.
they're floating,
Now
so
they're supposed to feel more comfortable.
they do look like they're a bit more at ease now. They're looking at their flight manual.
We can hear from the voice that shows that the USB, the tracking,
Okay, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching. That was so much fun. I'm so happy for China. They've launched their first crew since 2016, so big step forward. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds, and then that'll be it. If you want to continue watching, you can head over to Video from Space. They have a live stream that's going to continue for the rest of the launch. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.